T-R-U-F. Truth.
He's the mirage in the rear view glass.
It's Ray from Dallas.
Was he here? Was he there? Was he ever mine?
Ray from Dallas?
Just a trick played by time.
This dude is savage as fuck.
Or just a dream?
What up, Ray from Dallas?
Ray from Dallas, tell me true.
He's fun.
Hi, Ray.
This appears to be a black man.
Ray from Dallas.
Let's take this walk.
Is he real or just a dream? Falling stars or a laser beam? Ray from Dallas, tell me true. Are you the myth or the man I knew?
This dude is
Savage as fuck.
Obviously, obviously, yeah, obviously. Obviously, yeah, obviously. Tell them, obviously, I know these niggas don't want me to win, but I'm sorry, G. I know they thought I wouldn't come back and pose on them hoes, but nigga, it's time to eat. I got a vendetta. Any one of you niggas, I been better. Got them gritting they teeth without gritting at them. Took a second away from the table, it's time to feast. Heard they was mumbling, talking up under their breath. That nigga a hoe, he soft. That nigga lame. That nigga bitch, he puss. I stood on business, that's law. I had them running that boots and tucking their tail and scared to put me on a song. I had them cuffing they bitch and thinking I hit. Shit, what you on? Couple years off, and I'm back in this motherfucker. Nigga, do somebody, then fuck your recognition. You don't like I'm spitting, nigga, better shoot somebody. The game and full of clowns, I don't believe you sucker niggas. Better leave me be, okay? Niggas better watch their speech, okay? You better than me, no way, Jose. I could be cutthroat and I'm all out, but I let them get paid for a minute. Let them look gang for a minute, but really they hate cause I never look lame for an image. Never be fake, I'm a realist, I'm solid. I went out and got it, I promise I'm with it. Want me to switch up and get soft on so you can make it, I promise I get it. I know some secrets I never tell, but most of you rap niggas got bitch ways. Quick to tell on you, get jammed down, couldn't sit down 5-6 days. Put him and him in a crossway, but a gang member on display. That's the same nigga with an AK on the block yelling out gunplay. That's the same nigga with a trap house and he been through it so he no pain. Look in the face of a realer, lost come questioning me on no names. Bitch, I really come from the trenches. Kathleen crashed out like road rage. Be done snapped out and got life in the pen cause most of you niggas got hoe ways. Man. See, most of these niggas got whole way. A lot of niggas be out here faking and fucking on these motherfucking tracks, talking that gangster shit. You too young to be done been through something, young nigga. You too young to be done been through something, nigga. Don't tell me about what you done been through, nigga. You ain't never stood over nothing. Nigga, you don't have nightmares at night, nigga. This shit sound good on the track. Now you got the other niggas out here crashing out cause they think you been through it and they favorite rapper. Sit down somewhere, nigga. That shit lame as fuck, boy. You niggas really done piss me off. See, I see you nigga really done piss me off. See, I won't fuck with none of you pussy ass rap niggas. Fuck you niggas. You niggas see me all the time, nigga. Hit me in my mouth, nigga.
Salute to everybody out here from the 214 in the states to across the pond. You and I rocking with your guy RFD, aka Ray from Dallas. Salute. Man, salute to all the beautiful people around the world. I love you guys. And salute to all y'all for showing up, showing out every time, whether it's on live or on a replay, and hitting that like button is very much appreciated from the bottom of my heart. Salute. Now, before we get started, y'all, I've been telling y'all about the visual. This is our new visual. Look how we coming, and we're going to get started.
Obviously. Obviously. Yeah, obviously. Obviously, yeah, obviously. Tell them, obviously, I know these niggas don't want me to win, but I'm sorry, G. I know they thought I wouldn't come back and pose on them hoes, but nigga, it's time to eat. I got a vendetta. Any one of you niggas, I been better. Got them gritting they teeth without gritting at them. Took a second away from the table, it's time to feast. Heard they was mumbling, talking up under their breath. That nigga a hoe, he soft. That nigga nigga lame. That nigga bitch, he pussy, I stood on business, that's law. I had them running that boots and tucking they tail and scared to put me on a song. I had them cuffing they bitch and thinking I hit. Shit, boy, what you on? Couple years off, and I'm back in this motherfucker, nigga. Do somebody, then fuck your recognition. You don't like I'm spitting, nigga, better shoot somebody. The game and full of clowns, I don't believe you sucker niggas, better leave me be okay. Niggas better watch they speech, okay. You better than me, no way, Jose. I could be cutthroat and I'm all out, but I let them get paid for a minute. Let them look gang for a minute, but really they hate cause I never look lame for an image. Never be fake, I'm a realist, I'm solid, I went out and got it, I promise I'm with it. Want me to switch up and get soft on so you can make it, I promise I get it. I know some secrets I never tell, but most of you rap niggas got bitch ways. Quick to tell on you, get jammed down, couldn't sit down 5-6 days. Put him and him in a crossway, but a gang member on display. That's the same nigga with an AK on the block yelling out gunplay. That's the same nigga with a trap house and he been through it so he no pain. Look in the face of a realer, laws come questioning me, I don't know names. Bitch, I really come from the trenches. Kathleen crashed out like road rage. Be done snapped that and got life in the pen, cause most of you niggas got hoe ways. Man, see, most of these niggas got hoe ways. A lot of these niggas be out here faking and fucking on these motherfucking tracks, talking that gangster shit. You too young to be done been through something, young nigga. You too young to be done been through something, nigga. Don't tell me about what you done been through, nigga. You ain't never stood over nothing. Nigga, you don't have nightmares at night, nigga. This shit sound good on the track. Now you got the other niggas out here crashing out cause they think you been through it and you they favorite rapper. Sit down somewhere, nigga. That shit lame as fuck, boy. You niggas really done piss me off. See, I see you nigga really done piss me off. See, I won't fuck with none of you pussy ass rap nigga. Fuck you nigga. You niggas see me all the time, nigga. Hit me in my mouth, nigga.
Man, salute to everybody around the world, man. I hope y'all enjoyed that new visual we got to start our show. That's for all the sun rays and everybody who rocking with the sun rays around here between nominee and wisdom. We call them the sun rays. Hold up. Man, now look. I love y'all to death. We got a real great guest today. Special guest. Right, special guest. See, this guy who I have right here, his name is Brotherly Advice, right? Brotherly Advice. And when I say his name is Brotherly Advice, this guy served our country in the Navy, right? And y'all know when I always speak about a man and women who served our country, right? It takes a special type of individual to serve our country. You got to be special to do that because it takes something in you to go serve our country, and that is the greatest honor that you could do. Not only did he do that, right? Strength and conditioning, boxing coach, right? National champion coach, right? And not only do we have his show, Brotherly Advice, right? He has his new show he's doing called Survival of the Simp, right? Because this how he coming. In today's world, men are drowning in distraction, social media, validation, lust, algorithms, clout, and relationship goals. But what happens when a man forget who he is and start chasing approval instead of purpose, right? So everybody from the 214 to across the pond, man, give a big old hand clap for Brotherly Advice.
Man, I so appreciate you, man. Good.
First off,
googly
salute
moogly,
Brotherly
man.
Advice. What's popping, my guy?
Man, what's going on, good brother? I'm all right, man. I appreciate the bring out, brother.
Man, you know how we coming, man. You know how we coming. You've been knowing me for a long time, right? And what I want to say first is I appreciate you taking out the time to come on my show because I know you do have to film a little bit later for your new show, Survival of the Simp. So I want to first off say thank you for gracing my show, knowing that you got a busy day ahead of you.
Oh man, no problem, man. You know I do anything for my friends.
Absolutely. So before we get into you, I want you to talk about this, man. We go back how long, Brotherly Advice?
Man, it's funny. We go back about, let me see, how long my nephew's been boxing? About 7, 8 years. So about 8 years. Yeah, we go back about
So
8 years. I knew you far before you knew me.
when it comes to boxing, right? Can you explain that to everybody?
Okay, so me and IO, that's formerly IO, Ray from Dallas. When I met him, he was Mr. IOTBA. Now it's Ray from Dallas. So when we first met, it was at a boxing tournament, and we spoke, and I was like, "Man, give me your YouTube channel." I subscribed. Then I started reaching out via the YouTube channel, saying, "Say, man, it's the same coach you just seen. You know me and my nephews. You need to, come check us out." And it just went from there. And then we ended up running across each other again at a tournament. And then that's when we clicked up, and we've been rocking tight ever since.
So, how instrumental have I been not only to the city of boxing, but like to the world in boxing? What type of presence did I bring to that stage?
Oh man, you brought a presence. You brought the unfiltered presence. Yeah, it
So,
was an
and when you say
unfiltered presence.
unfiltered, tell everybody about that.
Unfiltered in the meaning of when somebody got on that bullshit, you definitely addressed it. It was addressed, it was highlighted,
Absolutely.
and
And
you would
let's talk
definitely
about
press
you in
their
boxing,
buttons
right?
until you addressed it. Until they came to address you, shall I say.
Have I always been on camera, brotherly advice?
No, no, this
But
is
for the
nah. When you
majority,
come on camera, yeah, for the majority of the time you like this. I remember you being on camera on your other channel from time to time.
yeah. But have I always been visual to the world where everybody know who I am?
Absolutely.
Okay, now let's talk about you because, like I said, man, a guy who I got on this line right now, man, he is a championship winning, national championship winning coach, right? And I was able to see the work he put in and the work he did to become a national champion in amateurs as a coach and to have the most outstanding fighter in the entire tournament. He did that. Tell us about you in boxing and how that got started and how you became a national champion.
Okay, well, the boxing actually started with my little brother, man. My little brother, shout out to him, Coach B, my nephews, Damani and Petey Worm McMillan. Um, he got started, and along the way, he just called me and was like, "Say, bro, I need you to lock in with me. We got something." And I was like, "Well, this your thing. You show me what to do, and I'm gonna do what you tell me to do." And it went from there, and then it was like it got to a point where he needed me to go run the tournament because he was, what I'm saying, occupied going to work. He was stuck on a job. So
Absolutely.
I ended up taking him to the tournament, and shit, we won. And then and then we went to the next one, and then that's when I kind of really like got the grasp and the catch of it. And shout out again, man. I have to give him like all the credit. My brother really put me in a good position to understand what I was doing. And then when I did that, man, I just, pressed the pedal the best way I knew how. And shout out to my nephews because, man, when I say outstanding, those are probably the two best boxers we have under the age of 16 right now. And when they,
And tell them how old Your nephews is and what weight class they in the amateur tournaments, and how many national championships they got in between both of them.
Okay, the money will be my oldest nephew. Uh, the money is 15 currently. He has a record of 38-7, if I'm not mistaken. He has 4 national championships. He won his last 2 back to back. And then my nephew Worm is 39-6, if I'm not mistaken. And he has 6 national championships, and he had won 3 back to back. So he had 3-peated.
So do
Yeah.
y'all hear
So
this? I'm not gaslighting y'all. I've been covering these guys for the past 8 years, but I've been covering boxing for like the past 12, 13 years, right? When I tell you these are the 2 most outstanding boxers on the rise in Dallas, Texas, I hope y'all understand that. Because when I tell you the work they put in, how they go to the tournaments, right? And everybody know who is the guys in the tournaments, right? Like these guys are so good, right? You have kids moving up weight divisions to get away from them. Can you talk about that, brotherly advice?
yeah, that actually started happening. I wanna say after the money and Worm went to the first tournament together. After that, I want to say when they were about 3 years in when that happened, when they went to their first nationals together. And then after that, man, we had to leave the state to find smoke. That's all. I
No,
mean, I said
tell them, nobody in the city wanted to spar
nobody
these guys.
want not in a match, not in a like sponsored tournament. We can go spar anybody, but if it's a
That's what I
Golden
meant.
Gloves in
So,
Dallas and we line up and say we coming in at 120, they not coming at 120. They're gonna go one. They're gonna go to 118. They're gonna go to 122. They not coming where we at. They're gonna miss us. It's a few of them that's gonna come in there because they gonna want to see. Everybody got somebody that want to see, but we, you know, the game plan that they get, they execute it better than anybody I've seen execute a game plan. So
no, and that's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And y'all know how I say truth, TRUF, truth. And brotherly advice, no, I don't gaslight. I tell the truth to all the championship fighters, the big time promoters, and everything. This is nothing new to me. I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. Now, let's get into you, brotherly advice, in your new show, Survival of the Simp, Survival of a Simp, the Bible
no, of the
versus
simp.
modern media. Yeah, survival of a simp. The
No, the
Bible
simp.
versus modern the simp. Oh,
Yes,
survival
sir.
of the simp. I, I
Yes,
apologize
sir.
about that. And we do have that pinned at the top. Everybody, y'all make sure y'all go subscribe. So it's the Bible versus modern media. How man lost leadership, takes validation, and forgot. Let's get into that. So tell us
Okay.
about survival of the simp and a little bit of it, and then I'll get into asking you these questions.
Okay. So first I have to give the definition. So the definition of survival of the simp was Adam was the first simp. Let's just it's documented, it's in the Bible. If you don't want to agree with my terminology, that's fine. However, Adam simped out. So, and what I mean by simped out is God gave a clear instruction of, hey, you are not to eat this fruit. Am I
Mm,
correct?
yep.
Eve, who
Okay,
was
so my
conned by the snake, convinced Adam to eat the apple. That was the first ever documented piece of simping that we have ever seen.
okay, so let me get in to the first question. because
Okay.
we're gonna go off, the identity and self-worth. Um, does the Bible teach a man to chase validation from women or from God?
It's from God. Chasing validation from a woman is like chasing women and not chasing your money. It's a path of destruction.
Nice. So how does seeking female validation compare to Proverbs 29:25? The fur of man brings a snare.
Hold on, let me go read this because I don't have that directly in front of me. Let me pull it up. You say Proverbs what?
29:25.
29:25. Yeah, people showing what the creation. Oh yeah. If you that's okay. So basically, what that's saying is, if you seek validation of women instead of seeking validation of God, it's it's the equivalent of chasing a vanity. It's never going to have a and di- pure direct ending. It's always going to be something else. Am I making sense?
Yes.
So to
Oh,
elaborate on that, like it's like the never ending story. See, God has an end to his plan. If you chase the validation of a woman that has no end, because she will never be satisfied.
mm. So let me ask you this: what happens when a man makes a woman his idol?
He's gonna fail.
So how does that relate to Exodus 23 about having no other gods before him?
Placing a woman before God is basically placing your feelings before God. That's not Your feelings will never lead you into your desired end. Your logical plan will, but your feelings will not.
Mm. So let me ask you this: let's talk about leadership
Okay.
versus simping.
Oh. Okay.
What's your thoughts?
Say that one more time. You were muted out.
I said, is a simp operating in leadership or submission to desire?
He's actually operating in feminine energy. A simp would not necessarily. That was the issue. A simp wouldn't be operating in a masculine mode in the first place. Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
God tells you
Okay,
never
well,
let
let
a
me ask you
woman
this.
usurp you.
Okay, so describe a man role like in structure.
Well, and this is my perception of what I've read. What I divulge from that is there's God or your creator, however, whatever religion you in, it's your creator. It's then your husband who is trying to emulate the creator, and then it is his woman who is his support and his help to emulate the creator. And then the children
Mm.
are taught to follow that exact example that their father is leading.
Shout out to D-Town Six G. I'm gonna turn you up later. He said, should self-validation be most important?
Self-validate. You have to know who you are in order to lead somebody else. Because you have to know your strengths and weaknesses. So absolutely.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Did, biblical man beg for approval or walk in purpose?
Walk in purpose.
Okay, so
Jesus
before
didn't
he
ask
became
for
king.
Jesus didn't
Oh,
ask
go ahead.
for nobody's approval at all. He didn't ask for no approval. And when people got out of line, he was flipping tables and slapping niggas and doing all kind of shit. That's why I don't understand why people so sensitive about how we move in the day. But I
Mm.
digest on that
Okay,
point. We
so
can
let
we
me
can
ask you,
swing
let
back
me
on
do
that
a
in a
follow
minute.
up to that.
Okay.
Well, let me compare that to King David. Before he became king, what defined him?
His courage.
Tell me about it.
I mean, for you to go through the trials and tribulations that he went through without complaint and straight faith, it was straight faith and courage. So how could you deny? You see what I'm saying? It's hard
No,
to
I agree with
explain
you on
because
courage.
he's so, you know what I'm saying? He's defined by his courage. He's not defined by his leadership. Does that make sense? You know him more for his
No, I
courage
definitely
and,
understand.
and what he's willing to go through to be who he was.
Okay, so let's talk about like lust and weaknesses. Is because the survival of the simp, is simping
Okay.
rooted in lust, loneliness, or insecurity?
Combination of all three and add in approval.
Okay, T- tell me about it. Speak on it.
So the insecurity of a simp is someone who would emulate a situation and identify it as something they couldn't do. Does that make sense? So they
Yeah.
would use something that, so instead of attacking the situation like an average normal masculine man would and just give it a try, he would use the cheat code right off the rip.
Man, shout out to Survival of the Simp for that super chat. He said the greatest man to ever walk earth didn't have a woman to call his wife. Give me your thoughts on that. I know that's your co-host. I know that's part of your show, him right there.
Right. Did he tell a lie?
No, I definitely agree. So I want you to explain this to me. Explain how, and I'm gonna turn you up later, Survival of the Simp. I appreciate that. Explain how desire leads to downfall.
Well, when you chase desires, you lose your purpose because your desires then become your purpose. And that's not rooted behind anything. So you see what I'm saying? You be chasing a never ending cycle. That is why men are always told to focus on your craft and women will follow.
Mm.
If you chase money, women chase you. As soon as you start chasing women and you lose money, you lose the women and the money. And then
Mm.
you are a true simp.
Mm. And shout out to the OG. He in the building. Will the Glare. That's the OG. He say
Hmm.
his courage allowed him to be an effective leader. David was also on a consistent walk with God, but was challenged with Bathsheba. Sheba. I'm sorry if I said that incorrectly. So I appreciate that. So let me ask you this right here. How did Samson lose power? Like his strength or lack of discipline?
It was a lack of discipline and overbearing urge. It was an overbearing urge for him to want to please somebody other than God.
Mm, very
He
nice. So
had
let me. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
he had a ridiculous desire to want to make that woman happy first and God second. All Samson had to do was keep his focus on God. Because as long as he was focused on God, everything else fell together.
Okay, so let me ask you this: are modern men repeating that pattern through social media validation?
Absolutely. Not only are they repeating it, they are going to greater lengths. It's- oh man, it's bad, man. Oh my God, we so damn bad right now. But it's okay because I'm here.
So
Oh,
let
I'm
me
so here.
let's talk about like the media distractions. Does today's media train men to overvalue women's attention?
No, today's media wants today's man to be tame. They want him to be subtle. They want him to be a bitch. And lack of better words, they just want him to be a bitch ass nigga. They want him to be a hoe. They want him to be somebody that can be walked on, but be strong enough to go to work and carry the load. Does that make sense?
Yeah, let me follow that up. So how does Romans 12:2 warn against conforming to the world?
Well, conforming to the world would then mean you are shaping yourself to be the weakest version of you possible. Now, if that's what you want out of your sons and uncles and brothers, then y'all have at it. But when it's go time, they're going to get stepped on.
Mm. And tell me about what you mean by stepped on.
It's kind of like the the analogy when I hear people say I'll die about my shit, and I always respond, why not kill for it? Because if you die about it, that means you're not prepared to defend yourself, which in turn is a that's not a masculine trait. You should always be prepared for anything.
Okay, so let me ask you this. It's like, when I speak on social media, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all that. Is that
Right.
culture shaping, like relationships expectations more than the scripture?
Absolutely, because this is what social media has done. Social media has given a voice to the undesirable. And the undesirable have found filters, BBLs, cosmetic surgeries, and a lot of followers because they like to show cheeks, they like to show they rack, they love to be loud and talking about what you should and shouldn't do. And they don't possess a man, and they're usually broke, and they're just pandering online. That's what they're doing. They're pandering. They're just pandering. Really, they're panhandling because that's what they're doing, bro. They're begging online. They are begging for somebody to come save them from the misery that they're in. And to counteract that, it is also a group of simps that is online lying to these women. He's telling them they are looking in that camera with a straight face and telling bold-faced lies. I'm talking about bold-faced lies, family.
So,
And
oh, go ahead.
go ahead. No, no, no.
So,
Go ahead.
so what happens spiritually when the algorithms becomes your teacher?
Most people should feel uneasy. Should feel like every and when I say feel, there's a there's a certain vibration that your body is accustomed to, that it's programmed to operate at a premium level. When you're not vibrating in that space, your body is not going to operate at an optimal level, and you will feel it. It will, you will have the effects. It will make you lazy. It will make you feel droggy. It will have you underpowered, overwhelmed, overworked. It'll have you in a mundane state. It's a lot of things that come with accepting things that are not natural to your system.
So let's talk about masculinity and strength. What does the biblical masculinity look like in simple terms?
A man who can lead in a purposeful way, have a plan that can be executed, and lead that plan without deviating to a point where failure is the option. You have to be able to lead and accomplish your goals and put things together where, as a man, you're in a benevolent position, because you're supposed to be leading in a benevolent dictatorship beyond all contrary belief.
Well, let me follow that up then. How
Okay.
does 1 Corinthians chapter 16:13 define being strong?
Can you read the verse? Because I'm tired of flipping through my phone. Read the verse for me.
One second. One second. One second. Okay, so it's a watch, yea, stand fast in the faith. Quit you like man, be strong. The verse is from 1 Corinthians, written by the Apostle Paul. What it means is stay alert, be spiritually aware. When I talk about strong, it's a not just physically, but
But
spiritually and
mentally
mentally
and
strong.
spiritually. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's saying, even when, if you have something that you believe in, something that you know that you can make possible, you are supposed to chase that like your life depends on it, because it does. This is the advice I always give to young entrepreneurs. If you have something and you love it, you chase it like your life depends on it, because it does. Your success or your failure all depends on your dedication to whatever it is you want done. You're gonna go through whatever it is. It's just like when a kid has a dream to go to the NFL. That child is going to work that dream the best they know how until they get that mission accomplished. Some accomplish the mission, some don't. But the ones that do, everybody knows the dedication and the hard work it takes to get there. It's not something that you can just manifest and don't put the effort and the time and the work and the things that people don't see. You know what I mean? Nutrition and not eating this, and I got to eat stuff that I really can't stand, and I can only drink water, or I can't drink water. I have to go sit in the sauna for 2 hours and do jumping jacks and jump rope. Yeah, man, I've seen people go through a lot to have to get to where they want to be, and have to put people through a lot so they can get to where they want to go.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Is kindness the same as weakness?
No, absolutely not. Jesus was kind.
So let me ask you
Being
this. Let me follow it
nice
up.
is
So let me
closer
follow
to
this up.
weakness.
So, how did Jesus Christ show both love and authority?
He told the truth. He told the naked truth.
Mm.
Yeah. See, the truth don't wear clothes. And let me give you context on that. See, when people tell a well-dressed lie, you usually like it and it feels good. It makes your body just tingle. When somebody tell you the naked truth, you're usually shocked, offended, or upset because it's the truth and it's so offensive.
Okay, so let's talk about money, and material distractions, right? Are
Okay.
men simping financially to impress women?
To impress women,
Yes.
I think they're doing it more for the cheeks than they are to impress them.
Okay. How uh, in Timothy 1, it warns you about money. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, when it comes to money, money has too much value now because you can just make it. You can't, there's no, what's the word I'm looking for? There are no checks and balances when it comes to money because if the Fed want to make it, they'll just make it. Whereas when we were based off of natural resources, there were checks and balances because it's only so much gold, it's only so much silver, it's only so many diamonds, it's only so much oil.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Does hip hop, and influence culture like we do promote provider pressure to people?
Um, I'll say this.
Well, like I'm gonna say, I
Music
want
is
to like because
very
it's in
influential.
Proverbs 13:22, and it's like, what is real legacy?
Well, I'm gonna start with the hip hop.
Okay.
Music is very influential. Music moves the people. The people move with music. Music is a vibrational thing. So when you look at hip hop today versus hip hop from the 80s, the 70s, the 60s, the 50s, it was more love in the vibration than now. Now it's way more hate, way more violence. Make sense?
No, it do. And real quick, everybody, y'all make sure y'all go to Survival of the Simp. It's pinned at the top. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe. And Survival of the Simp, he just turned this up again. He say money is just a tool, and like any tool, it is only as effective as the
As
individual
the
utilize.
exactly, it's just a tool. It's that's why I say it's become overvalued now because it's only a tool. It's money is the equivalent of me holding a pair of my clippers. It's something to get the job done. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
no, it do. And everybody, make sure if y'all want to support that cash app, it's at the top. Y'all make sure y'all can Venmo up there too if y'all want to. Now, like in Proverbs, chapter 13:22, what is real legacy?
Proverbs 13:22. Quote the scripture for me, please.
All right, let me get that for you. One second.
Men
They
leave
say a good
inheritance to his
man,
children,
Levitt.
but the wealth of the sinner
Mhm.
is stored up for the righteous. Okay. So, I mean, that's pretty straightforward.
I just want you to
I mean,
define it though and how you feel about what is real legacy.
I don't necessarily feel anything about anything. I have a perception. Yeah, that's one thing that every man should get out of his vocabulary is the word feel. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm still a process, so you'll hear me say it from time to time when it's actually applicable to use the word, but I don't. I would actually, yeah, I would actually advocate for all men to get the word feel out of your vocabulary and change it with perspective or viewpoint. We have a million and one words in the English dictionary. Use your vernacular. Get rid of the word like and feel.
Mm. Great. Well, we got about 15 more minutes left with you. I'm gonna try to go through it as quick as I can. Let's talk about
Okay.
emotional control, right? Is emotional impulsiveness weakening like the modern man?
Yes, no man should be emotionally impulsive. You should be able to logically sit back and analyze every situation, whether it's a slow playing situation or a fast paced situation. Every man should be trained to move in every situation. Keyword every man.
Mm. Now, I want you to compare self-control to conquering a city.
Okay,
It's
you
in
conquer a city,
it's in
your
Proverbs
self-control.
16:32.
Proverbs, say it again.
Proverbs chapter 16, 32.
16:32. 32. Self-control, patience. Let me actually, I don't know why AI did this. Don't do me like that, AI. I want to see the actual words. Thank you. What? Let me see. What Bible would the average person be using? Probably a King James. So he that is slow to anger is better than he mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh the city. So what it's saying is be you gotta think out all your situations, man. It's a you gotta slow play, slow think. Make sure you're making proper moves before you make your moves, and make sure you're dedicated in each move that you make.
Mm. Now let's talk about purpose over pleasure. Did like biblical man pursue purpose first or relationships first?
Say that again.
Did biblical man pursue purpose first or relationships first?
Well, that's what the Bible was. It was a collection of stories of how some men did choose their purpose, some men didn't, and you saw the effects.
Yeah, so let me follow that up. What can we learn from Joseph resisting temptation?
Give me the Bible verse,
I don't have
because I know you on a Bible verse.
no, I'm not on the Bible verse. Give me 1 second. 1 second, I'll pull it up. So it's in the looking like it's in the book of Genesis chapter 39, 9.
Genesis 39:9.
He remembered who he belonged to, even though he was a slave. Joseph knew he ultimately belonged to God. He refused secrecy, and nobody was around. He could have gotten away with it, but character shows when no one is watching. He didn't debate, he didn't linger, he ran. Sometimes strength isn't standing there; it's walking away fast.
Because he knows what's done in the dark don't come out in the light.
Facts. Is no, I
Play them
agree.
games. I'm just saying, you play them games if you want to. Somebody gonna find you out. 'Cause at
No,
the
I
end of the
agree.
day, man, you still got to go look at that motherfucker in the mirror. And when you go look at him, you got to tell him the truth. You can tell everybody else what you want to tell them, but when you go look at that fucking mirror, you can lie to him if you want to. He don't. He know you lying.
Mm,
Yeah, he know you lying. So you can play whatever facade, and this goes for anybody. You can play whatever facade you want, and in the placates of your social media, the confines of your workstation, wherever you at your job. You can leave them on to believe whatever it is you like. But when you go home and you look at that mirror and you brushing your teeth and you thinking to yourself, you can't lie to that motherfucker you looking at. You just
mm.
can't.
Okay, couple of more questions. Let's talk about submission versus control. Is a man leading the relationship, or is he afraid to lose her?
What give me context on that statement.
It's in uh Ephesians, EPHE,
Ephesians.
yeah, Ephesians, chapter 5.25. It say, divine, define love and sacrifice, not submission to fear.
Okay, so what you asking me is, should dudes lead with no, bro? When you lead because you are making the best decision for everybody in the house, whether they like it or not. It don't matter. At the end of the day, bro, most fathers are the most hated dudes in the house because they don't go with the play. We never go with the play. Because most of the time, the play involves somebody crashing out without knowing they're crashing out. So we have to save them as fathers from falling off the cliff, or as friends, uncles, brothers, homeboys. Th- Everybody's been in a situation where they've heard somebody say some dumb shit. And you just have to tug their coattail and be like, cuz, no, you can't do that.
Let's talk
And,
about
and I ain't
oh, I'm sorry.
gonna speak as and let me be clear, because I've been on both sides of the spectrum. You feel me? I've been the one to stop people from crashing out, and I have been to crash out. You know what I'm saying? So and I always make sure that's something that's known. I'm never coming from a place of the new YouTuber that is talking down to everybody like they've never made mistakes. No, I got a whole bunch of strikeouts on my resume. So, and my resume is free to the public because I don't hide nothing. So anything that's asked, I'm willing to answer. I'm just keeping it a beam from this point. Because
So let's
I've been at every vantage point from this point in life.
Okay, so let's talk about validation versus value. But before we get to that, we got brotherly advice. His new show he on is Survival of the Simp. We got it pinned at the
Exactly.
top. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to that. Let's talk because we got a few minutes left. Let's talk about validation versus value. Is he loving her or performing for her approval?
When in order for him to love her, she would be doing something tangibly beneficial for him. Because every man is different. Every man, every man's tangible value is different. What I feel is valuable in my wife is totally different than the man standing next to me. It's totally different than what you or any man that is listening to this. We all have different taste buds when it comes to our tangible value. With that being said, every man's wife should be of tangible value to him, if that makes sense.
No, it do. Let me follow it up because in Galatians, I'm sorry if I said that wrong, chapter 110, it warns you about pleasing people over God.
Absolutely. You better take you first. It's God, you, and everybody else. And if anybody knows exactly what I mean by take you first, God is within you. So you should be first.
Okay, we got a couple of more questions for you. Let's talk about lust versus convenience. Is the
Ooh,
relationship built on chemistry or character?
it should be built on a combination of both. The man should be vetted for his character, but it should have all started by chemistry.
Okay.
Yeah, that's,
So define honor in a relationship then.
did you uphold what you said you was gonna do?
Mm,
Yeah,
Agree 100%.
whatever plan you laid out to your wife, did you do it or
Mm,
did you not? Did you hold steady? That's it. Did you hold steady? If you did what you said you was gonna do, then yeah. But if you didn't, then you're a bitch.
okay. Three more questions. Does he have standards or does he bend, every time she threatens to leave?
Now he better have standards. He better have kicked her out by that point. Well, the only reason a woman should threaten a man to leave would be a infidelity contract that he's breaking. But the infidelity thing should have been discussed before vows were exchanged.
Mm.
So that's more along of not doing what you said you was gonna do and not upholding your word.
So let's talk about the purpose of alignment with each other, right? With a woman and a man. Do the woman support his mission or do she compete with it?
No, she's helpmate. That's the biblical description of her role. She's supposed to help him reach his goals and help him lead the family closer to God based off of his vision. Yeah, if you, I don't, the boomers made a real big mistake. Yeah, they told our women, and they've been passing it along, and I don't know why, that they don't need us. And in turn, now it's being said we don't need them, and that is a lie. We need each other. Everybody has an interchanging tool. Everybody has a tool that fits with them.
Okay. Last question. Breaking the cycle. Just say a man, if he lost her tomorrow, would he still know who he is?
He better. He should have. He should have constructed himself before he even added her. he- Before she was even a thing.
Mm.
With the exception of early love, meaning a teenage love, if that makes sense.
No, I agree.
Because then they start from the bottom. They both broke. They're figuring it out. They're babies, they're kids. However, they know what they want and they're willing to go through it with each other. Okay. As as a parent, I will support that, especially if y'all are waiting till after y'all have figured out what you're gonna do as far as working or education wise. If y'all have a plan and you're willing to execute it together and go through the lumps and bumps, as a parent, I would support it.
Mm. Now, I definitely appreciate you coming on here. Now, before we do that, I want you to tell everybody where they can find your new show at and they can look for you at on all social media.
Right. So on Instagram, I am Savant the Barber. On YouTube, I'll be having my show Brotherly Advice. And also, I'll be podcasting with my homeboy Survival of the Simp, shout out, on our podcast, Survival of the Simp, on YouTube. Feel free to check us out. Next show dropping soon. I appreciate the shout out and the interview, my good brother.
No, I appreciate you too, man. It's been extraordinary, and I can't wait to do it again, especially have your co-host and you on here at the same time. But you know, you my brother from another. We go back a long time, so you know I had to get you first, man. And I want everybody to make sure. I want everybody to make sure they show up, show out, go support them, man. They're the absolute truth. I'm telling you that. And man, I know you got some filming to do to your family, all the kids. Hope y'all have a great rest of your day, man.
Already, baby. I appreciate you too, man. Y'all stay up, stay blessed, be good or good at it.
Shout out to coming on the show, man. It was nice. Shout out to Brotherly Advice, man. Coming on the show. And shout out to everybody on here who turned me up too. So let me turn y'all up real quick. Let me turn all y'all up, but I'm going to turn y'all up with our new visual, though, right? Everybody on here, let me turn y'all up with our new visual. Check this out.
Obviously, obviously, yeah, obviously. Obviously, yeah, obviously. Tell them, obviously, I know these niggas don't want me to win, but I'm sorry, G. I know they thought I wouldn't come back and pose on them hoes, but nigga, it's time to eat. I got a vendetta. Any one of you niggas, I been better. Got them gritting they teeth without gritting at them. Took a second away from the table, it's time to feast. Heard they was mumbling, talking up under their breath. That nigga a hoe, he soft. That nigga lame, that nigga bitch, he puss. I stood on business, that's law. I had them running that booth and tucking they tail and scared to put me on a song. I had them cuffing they bitch and thinking I hit. Shit, what you on? Couple years out, and I'm back in this motherfucker, nigga. Do somebody, then fuck your recognition. You don't like I'm spitting, nigga, better shoot somebody. The game and full of clowns, I don't believe you sucker niggas. Better leave me be, okay? Niggas better watch their speech, okay? You better than me, no way, Jose. I could be cutthroat and I'm all out, but I let them get paid for a minute. Let them look gang for a minute, but really they hate cause I never look lame for an image. Never be fake, I'm a realist, I'm solid. I went out and got it, I promise I'm with it. Want me to switch up and get soft on so you can make it, I promise I get it. I know some secrets I never tell, but most of you rap niggas got bitch ways. Quick to tell on you, get jammed down, couldn't sit down 5-6 days. Put him and him in a crossway, but a gang member on display. That's the same nigga with an AK on the block yelling out gunplay. That's the same nigga with a trap house and he been through it so he no pain. Look in the face of a realer, lost come questioning me on no names. Bitch, I really come from the trenches, Kathleen crashed out like road rage. Be done snapped out and got life in the pen, cause most of you niggas got hoe ways. Man, see, most of these niggas got hoe ways. A lot of these niggas be out here faking and fucking on these motherfucking tracks, talking that gangster shit. You too young to be done been through something, young nigga. You too young to be done been through something, nigga. Don't tell me about what you done been through, nigga. You ain't never stood over nothing. Nigga, you don't have nightmares at night, nigga. This shit sound good on the track. Now you got the other niggas out here crashing out cause they think you been through it and they fade a rapper. Sit down somewhere, nigga. That shit lame as fuck, boy. You niggas really done piss me off. See, I see you nigga really done piss me off. See, I won't fuck with none of you pussy ass rap niggas. Fuck you niggas. You niggas see me all the time, nigga. Hit me in my mouth, nigga.
Man, salute to everybody out here, man. I love y'all to death, man. And I see y'all soon. TRUF. Truth.
He's the mirage in the rear view glass.
It's Ray from Dallas.
Was he here? Was he there? Was he ever mine?
Ray from Dallas?
Just a trick played by time.
This dude is savage as fuck.
Or just a dream?
What up, Ray from Dallas?
Ray from Dallas, tell me true.
He's fun.
Hi, Ray.
This appears to be a black man.
Ray from Dallas.
Let's
take this walk.
Is he real or just a dream? Falling stars or rays of beam. Ray from Dallas, tell me true. Are you the myth or the man I knew?
This dude is
Savage as fuck.